Right now, in your hands, you're holding the ultimate weapon to get any girl you want. No, not your dick. Get your mind out of the gutter. I'm talking about your cell phone, dude. Used correctly, that shiny little box can be your key to get any woman into bed. Yeah, most guys' results are weak, limp, and pathetic. Why? Because when it comes to texting a girl, you're shooting your load way too early. Or you're waiting too long, playing it cool, or acting clever by taking your time. Let's be honest. You don't have a fucking clue what you should do, when you should do it, or what you should say, do you? Here, let me enlighten you. What if I told you I get girls like these, in clubs like this, every single night, using nothing but my cell phone? Watch every second of this quick presentation because I'm going to share with you a very specific text messaging sequence that almost instantly forges an intimate connection with any girl you want and makes her drop her defenses to expose a softer, more intimate side she keeps hidden away from other guys. When you text the way I show you, she's not just attracted to you, she doesn't simply trust you deeply, she actually wants, craves, and desires you. And she's checking her cell phone every few seconds hoping to see your name flash up on her screen. Hi, I'm what they call an elite VIP host here in Hollywood. That means it's my job to fill the most exclusive, celebrity-filled clubs on the planet with hundreds of the most stunning women I can find. I'm known as the I Got a Guy guy. What does that mean? It means that when people want something in Hollywood, entering into an elite club, a VIP table, tickets to the hottest shows in town, or the address to the secret mansion after parties in the hills, they get told, oh, I got a guy for that. And that guy is me. Let me give you a glimpse of what my lifestyle is like 7 nights a week. Yeah, it's tough, but someone's gotta live it. You know how when you walk into a club, and you look over at the DJ and he's swamped by beautiful women? That's because I put them there. I'm surrounded by the sexiest, most sought after girls every night of the week. Some of the most beautiful, elegant, flawless women in the entire world. Celebrities, models, singers, musicians, students, you name it. Tall blonde Swedish girls, voluptuous Brazilians, classy Swiss models, Irish bombshells, smoking hot South Americans. And that means my phone is filled with hundreds of numbers. Girls all texting, begging, and pleading me to let them into the most exclusive private places in town. So if you think I'm banging most of these girls each and every single night, you'd be right. But it wasn't always like this. Far from it. You see, most of these girls would make even the most confident guy tongue-tied, barely able to say hello, let alone ask her on a date. And me? I was always in the friend zone. These girls trusted me, they wanted to confide in me, but they never wanted to sleep with me. That's why I thank God for text messaging. Let me tell you, if you can send the right sequence of text messages, you can end up with her legs wrapped tight around you. However, send just one wrong text message and there's zero chance of recovery. If there's one thing I know, is that you get one chance with the text and you cannot afford to screw it up. Fuck, I used to do it all the time. And I'm not just talking about autocorrect fuck-ups or sending a text to the wrong girl. I'm talking you have a legit 10 on the other end and you know you can't call her and you've only got one shot and you come up short. That's why texting is crucial these days. No hot girl is gonna want to talk to you on the phone. No hot girl is gonna talk to you in a club or a bar. At least, not really talk to you. Not in a way that means she wants to get to know you, make a connection, or wants to let you in. That's not gonna happen until you can text her. If you can't text a girl into bed, you're fucking screwed, dude. Listen, I'm not a sociologist and I don't care why it is. But when I first got to Hollywood, I just wanted to get women into bed. So I had to figure this shit out. And let me tell you something. All those pickup courses you see online, most of them don't fucking work at all. It may have worked once upon a time, but girls these days have wised up. This is in 2002. And all the regular texting rules you see everywhere, all that BS like the 3-day rule, geez, give me a break. So, a couple years ago, there I am, in prime position, all these girls willingly giving me their numbers, yet I can't get a single one of them into bed. I remember sitting with my friend Jason at the writer's room. It's this cool bar that's got this speakeasy vibe to it in Hollywood. I tell him about my predicament, and you know what he says? Dude, you gotta get your shit together. Now, we both know Jason knows a thing or two about getting women into bed. He's figured out the mechanics of attraction in a way I'd never seen before. So, Jason pep talks me. Basically, he says, figure this shit out, and I'll turn you on to Team Capital. And that's why you're seeing this video, because that's exactly what I did. I figured this shit out times 10. Let me give you one idea right now that will blow your mind. It's gonna reveal to you the inner psychology of a girl when she's texting. It's gonna strip her bare, make her drop her little act so that she could let you in. But just before I get to that, let me tell you how bad things really got. My attempts at seduction were fucking pitiful. For instance, there was this one girl, Olivia. Man, she had legs up to here. I had her number in my phone and I figured, okay, fuck it. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna get so romantic she's gonna melt. She'll be like putty in my hands. So I told her, baby, you are so beautiful. When can we meet up? No reply. So I text again. Hey baby, when do you want to meet up? You're so sexy. Total silence. So I figured, okay, let me try something different. Honey, you are so gorgeous, I want to write a song about you. What should I call it? This time, I got an instant reply. Restraining order. Ouch, that was harsh. So, there's that. Then there was a time I texted this gorgeous Latin girl. I told her she looked like Jennifer Lopez. I mean, what girl wouldn't be impressed with that, right? She texts back with a picture of an ugly beast of a woman and said, "Do I look like that?" I text back, "No way, honey. She's fucking ugly. Nothing like you." Her reply, "That's my mom, idiot." Stepped in that one, didn't I? Man, that's just a couple of examples when it comes to my epic text fails. I learned pretty quick that you never call a girl beautiful or gorgeous in a text. As you'll see, you gotta go way deeper than that. I tried everything because you see, if I burned a number, it didn't matter to me. When you have a gig like I do, you have hundreds of new numbers every single week. So I was in a great position, I just didn't realize it. But I couldn't figure out why nothing worked. So I showed Jason all these numbers and his eyes lit up. "Dude, you hit the mother load," he yelled. It was like the best day of his life. I said, "Why do you say that?" He grabbed my phone right out of my hand and starts texting all these girls himself. I couldn't believe it. As I'm trying to reach over and grab my phone back, guess what? We start getting all these responses. My phone lights up like a Christmas tree, and he was getting some favorable replies right then and there with girls he didn't even know. And I gotta tell you, now stop doing whatever you're doing right now. Before you text that next girl, listen up. Jason was literally just messing around, but he lit a fire inside me. He made me realize what I had been doing this entire time was all wrong, pathetically wrong. Right before my eyes, he taught me how to flirt around with almost every girl we hit up that night. Different ways, different responses, different opens, how to tease them, connect with them and get them all hot and bothered for me. How to quickly draw them into a conversation and a back and forth that skyrockets her desire for you. And once he did that, man, I took it to a whole new level. You see, Jason's a natural at this. So I figured out a step-by-step process that goes from getting her number to at least getting her to go out with you that first time at minimum. Oh, and that's another texting fail guys make. Playing the date card way too early. I'll show you exactly when to drop that in so she can't resist. Should be a fool to turn you down. And then, with the right digital banner, it's a hop, skip, and a jump into her bed. You get her digits, and that's all you need. Next thing you know, she's wanting to hook up with you. And it can all be done with that little device in your pocket. Let me tell you about my first aha moment. This is when I realized there was a pattern for success. Like some strategies that would always work on any girl. You have to understand the inner psychology of the girl you're texting. Now here's one thing I discovered. You must laser target. What do I mean? You need to text a girl like she's the only girl in the world for you, if only for the time it takes to text. Now, listen, I used to absolutely suck when it came to texting. Now, I can text the most beautiful woman in the world without a second thought, and I get the response I want every single time. And the reason is because I know what to say that makes them think, wow, this guy really knows me. Of course I don't know them. Not really, not yet. But I'll show you how to make that connection, how to unlock her defenses and her legs, how to make your text stand out when her phone is bombarded by losers. When you do it the way I show you, she gets hooked on you so quick, you're like instant text message crack. You've seen these girls, right? The ones checking their phones every few seconds looking for the next text. Because here's a really cool part. Women are emotional, irrational creatures, far more so than men. And unlike men, they care less about looks when it comes to men. So you don't have to be built like Dwayne Johnson. You don't even have to be quote unquote handsome to attract the hottest woman. With a text message, it's a level playing field. The only thing girls really care about is feelings and emotions. They're starved of it. That's why this text is the ultimate stealth strategy for slipping under her radar, not in some creepy hypno voodoo kind of way. I'm talking about a genuine, authentic, classy approach. And before you know it, she's thinking about tearing your clothes off. Now, yes, I admit, I did have a head start. I was lucky because I had literally thousands of numbers to begin with. That's what allowed me to screw it up over and over and over again and figure out and document what really works. The cool part? You can now stand on my shoulders. You get the benefit of me falling flat on my face. You can skip over all my fuck-ups and mistakes, texting your way into her panties ASAP. In short, like me and Jason, you can become a text god. That's right, Text God is a unique program that shows you how to get women to make that short but important jump from your contact list into your bed. With zero hassle and no sleazy games, just pure stealth texting sequences that has her trusting you, wanting you, and fantasizing about you. If you can text, I guarantee you can get laid again and again with the finest, hottest ladies on the planet. She could be the girl next door or the hot babe you met on vacation in Hawaii. When you're a text god, she's gonna respond favorably because you understand her and what she wants. You're drilling deep in her mind so that she doesn't just think about you. She's not just visualizing hot, sweaty fantasies about you. She just can't get you out of her head. It's like an itch she can't scratch until she's got you alone in a room. In the Text God program, you'll discover the plant, fertilize, and smash method, the most important process in the entire text god system. Learn this, she'll not just respect you, but want you. The text you must send straight after you enter her number into your phone. Perfect first text. First impressions are everything. And in the second special report, you'll learn how to create a perfect first text every time from now on. The picture trick that makes you instantly stand out. Exact text you need to get her texting back that makes her laugh and demand her respect. 7 texts you absolutely must never send. The best time to text and under what circumstances. Telltale signs she's annoyed with your text and how to salvage a situation. The notepad trick that gives you an unfair advantage over other guys. When to use emojis. Now, most guys get this all wrong. How to compliment her without giving away your personal power. The one word you must include in your first text message to her. Why and how Google can get you laid. The secret to flirting through text without creeping her out. 99% of men crash and burn when text flirting. Don't be one of those guys. 5 ways to never be boring. Jason taught me this. Why living by the 3-day rule is all wrong. 87% of women I've personally surveyed say that 3 days is way too long. With Text God, you're not just going to learn how to text girls, you're going to dive deep into the female psychology so that you know what to do after she's agreed to date you. Why sending pictures can make you look like a complete douche. Here's how to play the picture game to perfection. The ultimate Text God power move. Getting her to say yes to a hookup. You'll always know exactly what she's thinking with my smoke screen detecting text strategy. And best of all, the 3-pronged attack text that leads to one thing and one thing only. Her at your place, banging your brains out. How to never play the date card too early. And how to know when she's yours. Trust me, there are specific text signals she will give when she wants to be yours. Maybe the best part is, you'll find all of this out with real life examples of actual text and full conversations from my own iPhone. Sweet, huh? Almost as soon as you lay your eyes on the program, I guarantee a light bulb will switch on as you realize you've been doing it all wrong. You'll be doing face palms the rest of the day. You've been too eager or too afraid, too fast or too slow. As a text god, you'll be self-assured as you deal with scenarios like these. You just met and she gave you her number. She cancels on your plan once. She cancels on you consistently. You haven't talked to a girl in a while and you want to reconnect. You text back and forth a few times and you want to get her out on a first date. As a text god, you'll know getting laid is not about saying the right things. It's not about what you wear. It's not about how good looking or how much money you have. It's all about your tech savvy. Here's what a few guys who receive advanced copies of Text God had to say. These text messages are pure gold. For once, I actually feel good about texting and the results are really consistent. It took me only 5 minutes to get a woman out on a date. My first time, and I've tried countless times. Texting is all about making her feel, think, and do what you want her to because you understand how powerful a sequence of text messages can really be. And you have a foolproof system you can follow that never fails to get her heart racing and her mind full of thoughts about you and her together. All you need is her number to get started, and I can even help you with that. As you'll see in a second, when you do what I instruct you, getting your number is so easy it's not even fucking funny. Now, as word of my textploits got around, my friends started to hear about my success. They began asking, dude, how are you getting all these hot women, man? And of course, they'd write it all off because of all my connections. But of course, it wasn't as simple as that. They didn't know my past history of fucking up almost every serious opportunity with a 10 or an 11. If you want to be the only guy she thinks about, you need an edge. And that edge is right there in your back pocket. It doesn't matter whether you can watch movies, listen to music, or play crappy games on your phone. The most important thing on your phone is that simple text messaging app. And if you ever found yourself wondering what to text a girl, or pausing forever because you hit send, feeling anxious about her reply, or if you've ever had that heart in your mouth moment where the reply was not what you wanted to see, all that is gone forever. Any nerves or anxiety just dissolve away, to be quickly replaced by a calm feeling of confidence and power. Here's what else guys had to say. Do you know I've had better luck texting than closing face-to-face? It's because of what I've learned from you. Honestly, collecting numbers has become such a habit, I have more numbers than time to text. These days, the girl is the one that initiates the text conversation. I think what you've created is genius. I never thought I'd see the day where I had multiple conversations going on at the same time with different women. Because now you know exactly what to say and crucially when to say it. It becomes so much fun, almost like a game. A game that ends with the both of you, together, face-to-face, making out. Naturally, I've helped friends nail the girl of their dreams with my stealth text messaging sequence. But it was my compadre Jason who convinced me I should get this out to as many guys as possible. Why? Because the world has changed. And gliding up next to a girl at the bar is not gonna get you laid as fast these days. Unless she's fat, or ugly, or even worse, fugly. These days, you gotta play a different game. Or you risk looking like that drunk guy in the club hitting on everything that moves in a tight black skirt. Although Jason wanted me to sell this information in a closed-door workshop for a few $1,000s, I convinced him to let me offer it at a rock bottom investment because I wanted to get this in the hands of as many guys as I can. So I decided to set the enrollment fee not in the several hundreds of dollars. No, not even $500. Fuck, not even 200 lousy bucks for this entire program. Hit the button below right now and you can get the complete Text God program for the grand opening low price you see below. Any guy who has ever struggled to text a girl, who has ever been lost for words, or had that sinking feeling of a joke gone horribly wrong needs this program. And listen, I know what it's like to send a text and wish you can click the undo button. So I don't want you to invest in this program and think that you can't get your investment back if it doesn't completely blow you away. That's why I'm distributing this program through ClickBank, where you can take advantage of their 60-day, no questions asked, ironclad guarantee. Now you have total peace of mind knowing that you can check out the entire Text God program with absolutely no risk. And listen, I'll even make you a quadruple guarantee, so you can feel absolutely confident in your decision. If Text God does not give you the tools and know-how to be able to take a girl from your phone to your bedroom, if Text God doesn't get you overly excited and maybe a little bit horny at the thought of having this kind of power over women, if Text God doesn't unleash you and your sex life so that you're nailing different girls every single night or getting more intimate with that girl of your dreams, fuck, if Text God isn't everything I say in this video, dude, I don't want your money, seriously. All you have to do is drop me a line at fabian@textgod.com and I'll refund your cash. And just to make this opportunity even more of a no-brainer, I've created some exclusive bonus reports just to amplify and upgrade your Text God game. First, you're gonna get the benefit of my hundreds, and I mean hundreds, of terrible texting mistakes. The kinds of mistakes that make you want to curl up in the fetal position. In the 5 worst things a guy can do with his phone, you're going to find out why it's not always obvious what would turn her off. And if you're anything like I was, it's never freaking obvious what will get you deleted from her directory. Follow my lead and you'll never have to risk another text disaster ever again. For instance, do you think it's a good idea or a bad idea to use all those acronyms? Acronyms like great or saying stuff like hope you did too. Does it work or not? You'll find out in the 5 worst things a guy can do with his phone. And it's yours, free, as part of the deal. And get her to send you dirty pics, you can, well, you get the idea. However, only implement this proven texting strategy after you've put to work the plant, fertilize, and smash method from the core program. Then, watch your phone fill up with those dirty pictures of the girls you want. Girls you made feel comfortable, sexy, and eager to give you the same show live in person. Click the button below and you can add get her to send you dirty pics to your order free. And that's not all. I bet if there's one question in the back of your mind, it's this: how the hell do I get numbers in the first place? Fortunately, that's the easy part. You see, after years of perfecting this, I've developed a simple 1-sentence solution that gets me digits 9 out of 10 times. And I'll share it with you as part of the Digits On Demand audio program. In it, notorious dating coach Jason Capital and I shoot the shit on how easy it is to get her numbers when you know the right words to say. Trust me right now when I say getting her number is that simple. It's a follow-up where guys get it all wrong. And now you're totally covered. Plus, when you order today, you also get exclusive access to the Text God Inner Circle on Facebook, where you and other Text Gods will all have your texting conversations personally read and critiqued by me. Let me promise you, enroll in the Text God program today. Go through the manual, watch the videos, and by this afternoon or tonight, build a deep connection with the girl you want with nothing but text messages. And you'll be amazed at how easy it is to get her responding to you, respecting you, and wanting to date you. In fact, if you're like a lot of guys who I've already taught this program to, it'll feel like you have special godlike powers. The power to attract and excite any woman you lay your eyes on. Even if she's already ignored you, even if she's an ex, hell, even if she already has a boyfriend, the texting system is that powerful. She's not just gonna like you and enjoy texting you. She's gonna feel a need for you, a primal urge to see you all the time. And there's no manipulations or silly games on your part. You just forge an almost instant, authentic connection, and she's gonna be swept up by you and desperate to take things a stage further. Listen, figuring out how to enchant, attract, and drive her go crazy with text messages changed my life, and it could do the same for you. But you have to hit that button below and make it happen. Otherwise, well, it doesn't bear thinking about it, does it? Do you really want to look like you're 5 years out of date when you text her? Like some guy caught in the 70s, desperately trying to be seen as hip? Kind of like your dad dancing at a wedding? It's fucking embarrassing. And then you face the horror of smartphone silence. When that iPhone doesn't make a sound, that means she's not returning your text, and your chest starts to feel tight. You can only wonder in terror at what she's thinking. You wish you could recall that text somehow, but you know you can't. And now you've blown it for good. Everything revolves around text messaging these days. Every human interaction is cemented with text messages. Get it wrong, and you can kiss goodbye any hope of hooking up with that hottie at the bar, at the club, or at work. Forget it. However, there is a way to connect, attract, and excite her with just a few words. Click the button below and I'll show you my unique sequencing strategy. The way to escalate through text messages so you grab her attention, touch her heart, get her excited, and then raise the temperature until she's lying on your bed, biting her lip and fantasizing as she texts you back. That is what you want, isn't it? As soon as you push the button below, you're gonna be pushing another button. The button on your phone marks send, and you just wait till you see the responses you get, because I can't wait to hear your story. Hit the button below, do it now, and let's get your cell phone working the way it was supposed to. Imagine what it'll be like the morning after the night before. You've got that hazy, blurry feeling. You're piecing together fragments. You had a blast with your buddies. You were chatting up girls at the bar, but you didn't push too hard. You didn't go in for the kill right away. Oh no, you're much smarter than that now, because you've got an edge. And as you turn on your iPhone, you'll see a ton of new numbers. Sarah, Natalie, Jane, Christy, and Vicky, and you know what to do next. This is the fun part because it only leads to one outcome. Each of those girls back at your place. Or better still, maybe Natalie invited you up to her apartment. Or Vicky wants you to come in for coffee. It all starts right now with just you and your phone. You know what to do, what to say, how to crank up the excitement factor until she can't get you out of her head. It's game on. So click the button below. You're totally protected by my ironclad money-back guarantee. So get ready. You'll never look at a simple text message ever the same way again. It's like your phone emits a tractor beam, one that only pulls in girls you want, all in a few clicks. So take that first click now. Push the button below and let's get you started. Remember, a text is a powerful thing, but it works both ways. Send the right text and she'll be pounding at your door, ready to jump your bones. But send the wrong text and she's gonna ignore you. And trust me, there's no worse feeling knowing that you're on her ignore list. You probably know what I'm talking about. Out of her phone and out of her mind forever. All because of a few words. You don't want to make that kind of mistake, do you? So hit the button below and let me show you the right way to get her interest. And then build a connection. Then get her excited as she pictures herself running around in your apartment with your t-shirt on the next morning. It's easy, but you have to know the process. There's a simple sequence. Deviate from it and you're digital dust, buddy. Because there's no coming back. Go ahead and click the button below and let me show you how to be a text god. Thank you for watching, and I can't wait to help you become the text god you were born to be. Don't send another text until you click the button below. Still here? Okay, that must mean you still have some questions. It's okay, a lot of guys do. Truth of the matter, it does sound a little bit unbelievable, especially after years of stepping on your dick when it comes to text messaging. Especially with claims of being able to seduce the hottest babes with just your cell phone. But I assure you, it's all true. But let me see if I can answer your questions in a way that gets you to the same possibility I see for you. First question, what makes text god work? You mean, what's the secret sauce behind it? It's fairly straightforward. The truth is, the majority of guys out there absolutely suck at texting girls. If you show the slightest bit of competency, the slightest bit of understanding of how a girl's mind works, you're golden. Now, you could spend years fucking up like I did. But number one, you don't have the numbers to burn like I did. And number two, for just a few bucks, why should you? When I've laid everything out for you in a simple plug and play. So just go ahead and click the button below and let's get started. Next question, do I get actual text messages I can use? Yes. In a nutshell, you get actual text messages I've used to hook up with hot girls. But what really makes this program special is not just the actual text messages, but the methodology behind it. You see, over time, just like pickup lines, text messages will burn out, becoming boring. Just like a joke that's told over and over again. That's not to knock what I've done, because it's brand new and nobody on a major scale has seen this shit yet. And it works and you still have time. Trust me when I say it is off the chain and how well it works. But you won't know unless you get instant access to it right now. Go ahead and click the button below and check it out for yourself. I guarantee it. For a full 60 days. There's no risk. Go ahead and put that cell phone to better use besides calling your mom. Next question. Will you show me how to get girls' numbers? Absolutely. Just showing you this tactic is worth the entire price. Now, I don't know if you'll get as many as me, because that's part of my club promoting business, but I do know that you'll get as many as you'll ever need. I can guarantee you that when you sign up for Text God by clicking the button below. Next question, did Jason Capital write the course? No, but he did give me some coaching and he did review it, and as I already told you, he's the guy that gave me the initial incentive to get my ass in gear. Oh yeah, And one more thing, Jason isn't one of the audios, because I figured if he inspired me so much, he'll probably inspire you and give you a few of his own tips in the process. So if you're the kind of guy that's got to have everything Jason Capital owns, you'll definitely want this in your library. So go ahead and click the button below now. Next question. Just answer me one question. Why are girls so fickle? Good question. And here's the thing, they're not fickle. They're sorting. They're sorting for guys who can stimulate their emotions. If you could do that without making a conversation sound like life or death, or getting wrapped up on long-term I love you conversations, you'll do well. And that's exactly what you'll learn in Text God. So go ahead. You know what to do. Next question. But what should I say instead? I mean, I don't know this girl very well. And she doesn't know you. She's waiting for you to stimulate her emotionally. The ball's in your court. Listen, I know what girls tell me. Guys do not know how to text message. Their messages are either super short or super long and lame, and usually have acronyms and emojis. Buddy, LOL can only take you so far in the game. And that's what it is, a game. Today, if you don't know the game, if you don't know how to win at the game, you'll be standing there with your dick in your hands a year from now, still wondering why you're not getting laid. Come on, buddy, it's not that hard. With Text God, you've got everything you need to get their number and hook up. I guarantee it. What more do you want? You want me to do what Jason did with me and take the cell phone from your hand and start texting girls myself? I can, but it's extra. Just kidding. Honestly, with Text God at your side, you won't need me to do that. To get instant access, go ahead and click the button below now. Next question. How is Text God different than anything I can find on Google? Answer. You know what? Just for giggles, I looked at what Google served up. My guess is you've already tried that shit, and you already know it doesn't work. It falls flat because it doesn't emotionally stir the girl and she disappears. Or you get sucked into these marathon texting sessions where you think you're getting to know someone and you're really not. Or chicks ignore you, or you're unknowingly turned into a joke when she shares your messages with her friends. Trust me, I've seen and heard it all. And all that stops here now when you click the button below. Don't let another minute go by. Don't send another text until you've seen what's in Text God. Next question. Can I get a girl back once she's ignored me? Chances are she's not worth it, dude. Move on. I know it sounds harsh, but you're investing too much psychic energy into one girl. You're better off getting Text God below and then seeing how you can get more girls you can even imagine texting. Having a real conversation, not a BS one. Listen, I know what it's like to be burned, but now's your opportunity to turn it around. Take control, turn the tables, and you'll be the one they're chasing. Your text messages are going to stimulate them, excite them, intrigue them, but you got to know what to do. You've got to learn how to turn all that emotion into a hookup. Otherwise, it's just wasting your time. So go ahead and click the button below and let's get started. Next question. What happens if Text God doesn't work for me? Simple. Ask for a refund. Either contact me directly or on the download page or contact ClickBank. But you and I both know that won't happen. It's pretty remote. Text God's going to change your life. You're going to be amazed how smooth your social life becomes. No more sitting and waiting for a response. No more anxiety. No more being blown off. You deserve better. And you're going to get it once you click the button below. Next question. Why doesn't she just say she isn't interested in me instead of ignoring me? Answer. Girls don't enjoy rejecting a guy or getting off on hurting his feelings. Women aren't very confrontational and in fact hate awkward moments. Most girls feel bad about having to tell a guy they aren't interested and don't want to hurt him. Is it right to do? No. But when you're scared or nervous, sometimes we take the flight response. And it's because often when a girl does tell a guy no, they get something like, but I thought we hit it off. What the hell? I was so nice to you and this is how you treat me? I've even seen guys lash out and call a girl a bitch for telling them the truth about their feelings. Do you think a woman really wants to be yelled at, insulted, and guilt-tripped about her decision? No, it's stressful and uncomfortable, but it happens. And it leads to girls having to ignore guys so that they get their picture. Don't take it personally and move on. I guarantee it's not likely to happen in the future as long as you learn what's inside Text God. So go ahead and click the button below. Next question. Is it really that easy? I mean, I've tried everything before and it's failed. Yes. Listen, I know it's been discouraging in the past and I know it looks like women are fickle, but they're not. You have in your hands the master key that from today forward opens all the doors. The only question is, will you use it? I hope so. You've got nothing to lose taking Text God for a test drive. So go for it and be sure to send me an email telling me about all the fantastic results you've gotten. Click the button below now.